What's up, guys? And once again, this is Shopkulture. We're doing a little pop-up, man, due to the little technical difficulties. We are back. We're gonna give you guys a little bit more. Once again, guys, please join the Shopkulture Live group page, blowing up. We appreciate everybody that's subscribing. A lot of people commenting. We have a lot of content on there. Really, really fun. And we're gonna read a couple of the little posts that some of y'all put on there. Make sure you guys say hello, say what's up. All you guys that are tuning in.
Yeah,
The doc, you know who he is.
we're back for a minute because we want your input.
Me and Doc are going back and forth on one of these, man.
A lot of people were going back and forth on this post. We put a post up, and there was a meme. If a woman takes a man on a vacation out of town, is he obligated to give her the D?
I've been in that situation.
What do you got? How'd that work out for you? You held out? Did you get put out?
Yeah. She said my ass right back home. Get to the airport. The next one was on his way, so it's all good though. But
is it an obligation, or is it an expectation, or is it something that should be discussed up front? I mean,
discuss that up front. You should know. You should know by the vibe and everything else, right? Whether or not that's the expectation. But usually, and I'm gonna be honest, a woman ain't taking you no place unless she's gonna get some of that dick.
Right, and she knows that, and she's already had it, and just taking you out of town to show appreciation for.
Well, as a man, aren't you
putting it down?
Aren't you kind of like, damn, I put it like that, and I'm going on a trip to Hawaii, or now what kind of trip are we talking about? We just talk about down to Portland because that's not a trip.
No. We're talking a trip to a vacation, Florida, Hawaii,
Miami,
Caribbean,
So that's a vacation. So that's a little bit different. Yeah. So vacation, yeah, you got to.
Or it could be a cruise. If he obligated, if you guys haven't had sex and it's early in the relationship, she wants to show her appreciation. She wants to show that.
Oh, so you don't really know whether or not she even, because sometimes it might be a platonic friendship.
Right. But do you take a platonic friend on a date? I mean, if she shows clear interest that she's horny, she wants some sex, are you obligated to give it to her, brothers? What y'all think? I mean, how you feel about that?
Somebody says, does D have a mileage requirement though? I know that's right. Yeah, that's funny.
Well, it ain't walking distance. You got to get a plane to get back to where you came from.
It has to be a certain distance. So you're talking about it has to be like on a vacation or something like that. And you're right, it is a mileage requirement. But then I also heard a man taking a woman and a woman making it very clear, like, I ain't giving you none. You know what I'm saying, kind of thing. Men do it all the time. So
right. But see, when men do that, they try to coerce, they try to sway, they try to finesse you into saying, yeah, I want him, that was sexy what he did, blah, blah, blah. And then, which I disagree with, give him a treat and call it,
Rakita said, yes, if I take you to Hawaii, hell yeah. And that's just being real. Rakita, I totally agree with you too.
Yeah.
But if I take you to Portland, it's
Now, what reason would a brother have to not give it up? Does he not find her attractive?
Oh, so wait.
Is he gay?
There's times where, as a man, you don't want to necessarily have sex.
Over, say, a 5-day period, and you're out of town together?
Yeah, you might.
Highly unlikely.
No. I think it was a percentage of that happening.
No, I don't know. I think
40%.
No. I wouldn't say 40%. I would say it's a lot lower percentage than that.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're saying a man can't really control himself just because it's easy access that you got to have sex with this woman?
Well, you have to look at her wants and her needs, and then you also look at what she did for you. She did something nice for you. If that's what she wants.
So everything I do nice for a woman, that woman's obligated to give me sex.
No.
So the women that are saying the man is obligated, I hope you right? Right? Is that being keeping it?
Well, more often than not, when women say it or not, they want it just as much as men did. Right, ladies?
Oh, look.
Sex. They want sex with you when they go out.
I want to know why. But when a man doesn't give a woman sex, woman gets upset, like way more than the guy does.
Well,
Because I think a guy, we're used to the rejection. The woman, on the other hand,
they don't
they
accept rejection well. Yeah, not as well.
Have you ever called out about that? Like, have you ever heard your friends, kind of complain about that? They get called out because they didn't give him the D, and all of a sudden he's gay or something's wrong with him.
Oh yeah.
Telling their friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Women, you guys gotta handle rejection a little bit better.
Right. I didn't want the little D anyway.
Yeah. It's always a little D. It's always little, right? When you don't give it to a woman, it's always little.
Right.
What are some of the comments? Let's see. No, okay. William, what's up? He said, I couldn't do it one time because back in the day, I looked at her as a sister rather than a lover. And what about that?
Well, that's a platonic friend then.
But she's not seeing it as a platonic friend. She's seeing it as more than a platonic friend. So there are situations. So William, won't you think that that's like, you know what I'm saying? Isn't that, like I said, 40% chance that can happen? There's times that you're not going to give it up, and that's okay.
Right. Well, that needs to be respected, But I can't.
Somebody said this isn't a real scenario.
It's a question.
It's a question, though.
Yeah.
Is it likely? I think I agree with.
But do you ladies look at it as an obligation? Look, I went to this great expense, time planning to take you out somewhere. Now, she's hot.
Yeah.
She wants to be satisfied. She wants to be pleased. She has needs that need to be met.
Yeah. And I
is he obligated to meet her needs?
I think that it is an obligation. And I think more than likely, as a man, yes, you probably have to do that. So you gotta just knuckle up and go in it.
I think it's being considerate. I wouldn't say you're obligated, like it's a task. Obligation is like a task. It's my job. I got to do it, huh? Take it off.
I don't want to know.
That's because of the level of your relationship. Where are you at?
There was one more on your. Let's look it up. It was one more. It was a good one about the women. What do women need to know about a man, or something like that? Yeah. So guys, if you guys got any somebody says in any situation you have to have an agreement. You're absolutely correct. Communication is paramount in this, and It's just like with anything in life, right? I think this where it comes down to is that when you don't have the communication and you don't discuss these certain things, miscommunication happens and feelings get hurt. So, great point.
So there was another one, and it was a really good one. This was a post on our group.
About something about men. What are men? Oh, yes.
What are things that women can do to treat men better? She said, I hear so many times, oh man, it jumped.
Yeah. But let's just start with that first part of it. What are some of the things men can do or women can do to treat men better? One of the things I said was active listening.
That's the first thing I was going to say. Active listening. Words of encouragement. Be supportive.
Yeah.
Know the power of your words as well as the power of your silence.
Yes. And if you're wrong, say you're sorry.
Exactly. Don't be afraid.
Not right. You're not going to be right in every situation.
Right. And don't even try to be. I mean, listen.
Mm-hmm.
That's mainly. And yes, a woman can nag a man out of a relationship.
All the time when you stop nagging.
Don't nag.
But then again, that's like saying, hey, men, take care of what you say you're going to do too. Keep your word.
Right, but
because a nag usually comes out as something like you didn't do. Right. It's kind of what it evolves to. It evolves to a nag.
Right.
That's if you agree to do it too, though.
Yeah, but don't nag. I mean, the constant nag. it gets very annoying, and you can nag a man. Oh, totally away from it.
Yes.
So I can't find
And give sex to your man all the time, 100%. And somebody said it's all about the sexual selection, the difference of choice versus consent. Absolutely. And you know what? And somebody got to make a meme about that or make a question about that, because I think a lot of times, and I'm just going to be honest, a lot of times people don't really understand the difference between the two.
What was that, between consent and what?
Choice versus consent.
Choice versus consent. Well, yeah. I mean, do women force themselves on men though? Most likely not. Most men will find that attractive. If,
Most men wouldn't, I don't think.
If you have
men
an aggressive woman,
no, men don't like aggressiveness.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Man, do you like aggressiveness? I think a lot of times men get a little turned off when it's overly aggressive. I think
overly aggressive.
I think even, you know what I'm saying, aggressiveness, there's levels to it.
Right.
There's levels to it. But when you start going overly, I don't know. I think that's Doc.
That sounds like personal experience to me.
I'm still getting nervous.
I'm seeing a little trauma in you. Still traumatized. I was traumatizing you.
That's before I was in the gym.
Right.
Angel, good evening. How you doing, Angel? Thank you for tuning in. William says, I agree with Barry Crosby. The other person say, nah, fam. So I think you're saying not to what? Over aggressive or, you know, not aggressive, whatnot. So let's ask men out there. So people have a personal experience. I'm not going into that. That's a long story. But, you know, I always say there's levels to aggressiveness. I think that for the most part, I don't think men like a overly aggressive.
Not overly aggressive.
Or even aggressive.
And not aggressive at all times. But sometimes the man likes a woman to be aggressive, to show leadership, to take you, to lay you down in the bed and take your clothes off and do what she wants to do, as opposed to the other way around.
See, let's back up.
That's knowing your sexual wants, needs, and desires.
Well, let's say I'm not in the mood, or let's say, something. Let's say your back is hurting or your knee is hurting. Therefore you got to do a little listening.
Right. You got to do a little listening, but then there's just a level of caution that has to be exercised there. But still, that doesn't take away from the aggression. We're not saying rough and tumble. We're just saying.
I don't know if women understand the level.
The level of aggression. Right? Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of times over aggressive is just. So, see, how you doing, Rakita, on it? She says, "How do men feel about drunk aggressive?" See, no, that's
no,
I don't like that. Don't do that. Drunk aggressive. Yeah,
men.
You're right.
Men don't like drunk.
No, it's
punani.
not. No, it's not good. It is not good.
Drunk punani is all bad. Yeah. And because that woman told, "Oh, you're trying to get me drunk to take advantage of me?" No, it's all bad.
No, buzzing is different. Yeah, buzzing is sex. Yeah. A little buzzing, because then a different personality comes out, a different side. Right. But then when you go to
usually it's the truth that comes out.
Wait a minute. Truth come out when
the uninhibited self comes out.
The doc is on it. The doc is, Doc, you're right.
When that buzz is in effect, but if you're drunk, like I need help walking drunk up the stairs drunk, no.
Stumbling and
go lay down somewhere.
Or when the lady want to take a pee right outside, how about when a woman starts really overly cursing?
Oh yeah, that's not sexy, ladies.
Do you like a woman that overly curses just in general?
No.
I'm with you.
That's away from the femininity of the woman that I picture.
Yeah. My guy Luke, thank you, man.
Videographer
for Luke. Okay, brother. I agree with you. Mandy, how do you feel about women that curse, overly curse? You know what I'm saying? Or curses maybe more than you.
Yeah, it takes away from the feminine side of a woman, and it starts to bring out a masculinity. Yeah. And men don't like that.
Man, no.
Not the masculine side. Don't try to, be comfortable in your femininity because that's sexy as hell.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
You know, taking pisses outside and cursing,
Oh,
and that's
oh,
that's
no.
not that's nothing sexy about that stuff.
No.
Especially, I said when you get over a certain age too. It's just nah.
Right,
I would say that for men too.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Paris, what's up, Paris? How you doing? She said alcohol and sexual relationships don't mix. It's just not good. Let's be honest. How many people have had good sex being drunk? Not buzzing, drunk. If you're being honest. Of course, we're gonna have people on this that are not honest. Oh, right. Sex every single time is great. You know those types.
Well, half the time you don't remember it if you're drunk. But usually it goes badly because.
Oh man, you get booze. This thing ain't working.
Yeah, sometimes. And on top of that, to good sex, there's some logistics involved.
What are you talking about?
Like what? I'm talking about positions and positioning and that's logistics.
So your basics are covered though.
Right, the basics are covered, the in and out, yeah. But I mean there are logistics involved and somebody could get hurt,
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, I always say just keep it two positions and you're good.
Right.
Or you're good.
Just lock in on the missionary, and get it in, right?
The in and out.
Hold on tight, huh?
I mean, that's basically all you can kind of. Yeah, just I had to think about that. Somebody was asking about it. Like, remember when you had drunk? And I'm like, it's not good.
Right. It turns it's all bad. I mean, your breath is stank and
okay.
You pee in my bed afterwards. Oh man, come on. You peed in my bed, really?
Okay.
Let's hear those embarrassing moments, ladies. I know you've had some inebriated, embarrassing moments.
Do you take the peeing the same as like squirting?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think it's peeing.
I don't like either one of them.
I think it's peeing. That's squirting.
I don't like them.
Fire hose, that's piss. You're pissing in my bed. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. All right.
And this is probably gonna be the last one. Somebody said this on the page. Once again, join the Facebook live group page. Yeah.
Shopkulture Live.
Yeah.
Private group that goes down.
This is this man's fault. I wasn't involved.
Don't blame me. It's all good. People are enhancing their lives and their relationships through the conversations we have in this group.
And guys, we're going to do different things. We're going to have people going live a lot more on it, just doing, where we do the pop-ups and things like that. So definitely tune in. I'm going to call out these women.
Okay.
Real quickly, somebody asked this, and I don't think he posted it. Why do every single woman think that their stuff is the bomb?
Oh, well, I think it's a self-confidence thing. It's an advertising thing.
Have you ever met, and that's what I'm saying, you never met a woman say it's not that good or I'm not that good. It's always this extraordinary, you know what I'm saying? It's never out of 10 women, it's gonna be 10 for 10.
Right.
So it's the 10, out of 10, that's gonna be like, yeah, I'm mediocre, or it's not that good, or it's every single one. I'm like, man, it can't be every single one.
And I think that depends on who you're with.
Oh, okay.
and then where are they basing what are they basing this information on? They're basing this information on
20 guys for you.
Right. And I've never had a guy to say the punani was bad.
Really?
I've heard guys say the worst I had was good, but none was bad. Some better than others, and I think it's not what you have, but what you do with it. Yeah, well, you're right. Renee, great point. She said, why would you think anything different? Well, you want to lower the expectations. I think a lot of times people's expectation level is way too high. We want to temper that. Well, I mean, you don't want everybody to say they're bomb, and then when you get there, it's not. Then it just messes it up. Just say average, and you only way up is up after that. Well, that's just with anything. Have you ever heard someone say they cook a meal and it wasn't good? It wasn't great. Oh well, it's all right. Well, I said, hey,
You ask them how the meal was.
But if it's like their signature dish, oh, it's the best ever. You know, it's not going to say, I make a great lasagna. I've never tasted better. You'll love it. It's the best ever. They're not going to say, my lasagna is okay. I need help with it. Very few people would say that, but why can't they say, oh, I need help with the sex thing?
You're right, because people that cook they're great cooks.
Right. So why wouldn't they say the greatest thing? It's a self-confidence thing, and you know, you look at.
I agree. See, Nadia's keeping it 100 today. She said, or don't say anything at all. Why
don't say anything at all, right?
That's what we're saying.
And that's a telltale sign, another telltale sign. If you're talking about it, how good it is, that takes away from it. It's probably not that good.
I'm trying to give you.
It's the quiet one sitting over there that's not saying nothing.
And when you're talking, she's giving you that look, like, you know, and yeah, and that's yeah. You give me some game out. Don't give it to me.
Yeah, she's not saying nothing, and she's got the best sex.
In the game, yeah.
And fellas, if you're not noticing that, you're going for the big advertising pitch, you know. You're going for the big flash and the flare, you know. But
well, I mean, every man's got over about 12 inch, you know what I'm saying? And just, yeah.
But then most women don't really enjoy a 12-inch penis.
Oh, man, they don't enjoy it for you.
It's not fun size. Yeah. From what I know from the women I've talked to, they.
Yeah, I'm with you.
7 to 9 is fun size. They may crave a huge penis now and then, but they're not going to want it on a regular basis.
Oh, God, they just see the porn and thought, hey, let me emulate that. You know, right. Stop. You know,
and then, ow, that was painful. You know, that destroyed my vajizzle. And, you know, I can't do that all the time. You know? Yeah. Yeah, but babies don't come out of it 3 times a week. But if you're hitting it with the monster dog 3 times a week, it's not going to be enjoyable for her.
Yeah, some of you brothers going after some of you brothers. I tap out, man. I'm good. Hey,
well, I'm just saying, from what I know, you know, I have a lot of lady friends. We talk about these things. You know, they want.
Don't they want average?
They want fun size.
Don't you women want about average size penis? I think it's probably
7 to 9.
Damn, dude, isn't that big?
That's average.
Okay, you're trying to kill her.
What did Kwana say? What's that comment? I can't see that.
You making dog fall up there. Hey, that was nice. What you hanging out with?
What is that comment?
What's up, Kawana? She said, that's just like when men say they're working with the monster, but it never fails. It never fails. It'd be so small. I've learned when they don't speak about it, they'd be holding a hidden jewel.
All right.
Come on, we agree with you.
Same with the women.
But when you saying small, like what's the what's small these days?
Right. I mean, I know you're not taking your tape measure out, but what's comfortable? What's fun size on a repeated basis that makes it enjoyable? What's enjoyable for repeated sex on a regular basis?
Keep it average.
You know, do you want a 12 by 3 all, you know, running up in you 3 times a week? Or
we're looking out for you guys. You don't want that.
Do you want fun?
Call the average guys on Shopkulture. Oh, let's read it. Renee says, trust me, I need no help in that area. Okay.
Is that Renee Manise? Yeah. Hey, Renee. Hey, one of my high school friends.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, anyways, guys, once again, thank you for tuning in. This is the pop-up. This is what me and the doc do. Sorry about the technical difficulties. It looked like it was getting popping, but you know how it is sometimes. But you know, go on. It is. Make sure you guys join the Shopkulture live group.
Yes, it goes down in the group.
Definitely that. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. And so, any last words for him?
No last words. It's bedtime, y'all.
Yeah.
Take what we said into consideration. You have topics you want us to discuss, drop in the group. We appreciate your input, Kwana. I mean, we're going to be covering a lot of your topics.
We're going to be having events soon, too.
So we're going to be doing a live event. We're going to be doing a live show at a local establishment.
And women that smoke cigars, where they at?
Yeah. Where's our female cigar smoker?
Yeah. Join us as we go in, getting this going. So definitely, thanks for tuning in. Shop Culture.
One love.